Good afternoon, Monday. You see, the problem I've made already is overthought the ceiling. Is what I've done, and now I don't want to start it. When I was talking last week, whenever I was back on the van build, about doing an acoustic panel with the slatted. Anyway, I've gone against that idea, because I want something a bit more rigid. So I've picked the ply up. That's what I picked up last van build video. So what I'm going to do is just take the bed frame down out of the way, and then start putting some battens up. I need to come up with how I'm going to kind of, because you can see these reinforcements, they will still stick out. So I'm debating just putting a panel on the back, separate, one in the middle of the bed, and then one in front of the bed, if that makes any sense at all. Rather than trying to line it and then cut it all, it's just going to be too complicated. At the end of the day, it's a works fan, and I think it's just going to be easier. So yeah, take the bed down, and then start cutting some ply. No, battens. Battens first. What I don't want is this to all unwind and then be uneven, so I'm just going to cable tie this to the pulley to stop it kind of coming loose. Am I a bit yellow? Ah. Right, this is what I've gone for the battens, just a 19 by 38mm whitewood. I'm thinking of mounting it like this, but up this way, so 38mm this way, and then I'll screw into the 19mm. Then just to maximise headroom, I'm thinking of putting them up like that, rather than coming down. Obviously I'm going to lose 20mm headroom. This way I think I'll lose a little bit less. It won't be completely flush, but something like that. I could do with one of those aqua props or something just to bring that up, but I haven't got one. Right, just went to Screwfix, picked up some of these called like drywall supports for holding plasterboard up to ceilings and stuff. Just gonna be way easier. Right, that's gonna go up into there, and then if you twist these, kind of unscrews and then pushes up with a bit of pressure. One down, 6, 7 to go. Right, battens are in. Now time for some ply. Basically one sheet's going to come up from the front to the start of the bed frame, then one piece in between the bed frame, and then an awkward little bit at the back. Easy as that. So for this front sheet, I just need to notch out this bit for, I think that's the alarm. So I'll notch that bit out so I can go and sit here. Then I need to mark out for the roof vent, which is in the centre here somewhere, which I might actually do from the top. Might take the max air fan out and score it, or like mark it from inside, from outside. Unless I do just measure it roughly and then put a little core cutter up through, and then kind of trace it out like I did with the windows. Then once I've made all the cuts, I'll have to obviously seal it all the way around, and I'm thinking of still painting them black, and at a later date I'll add some thin strips of timber like those panels I wanted, but I'll just make mine. I just think it's going to be a bit sturdier and easier to work with, because that other stuff, the actual sound panel, is based on a felt material. I just think it's going to be a bit tricky, so yeah, I'm going to go with this. stopped for some dinner, which happened to be a pie and mash, and now I'm so full and tired. The ceiling is in though. I'm just going to get the bed bolted back in, give it a coat of paint, and then call it a day. Next task, got this sheet of OSB to make a base for the bed frame. Then I'm going to get started on the slightly more exciting bits. Glad to see the back of the insulation though. Well, you can see a tiny little bit. I'm going to do some cover strips for those sides. Half this is going to be behind the cabinet anyway. And just a little trim here. And scribe a trim in here. Good morning. So bed frame's back up, minus the cage. So this morning I'm just going to paint with that black I used on the rest of the ply lining, paint the ceiling and then reattach the cage, get that OSB sheet, core cut a load of holes in it to make it lighter, and then attach it, stain it then attach it, and then yeah, fun stuff hopefully. Not to moan, but this time of year is so difficult to film outside because it's either bleached or you're in the shade and it's dark. But anyway, good morning. Today, time for some exciting stuff. I'm going to grab some parcels. Parcel number one. So I basically seen this company called Boxio, and they make pretty much everything you need for a camper van. But built into, I think they're classed as Euro boxes. So like, I'll just show you because it'd be easier. But yeah, I reached out because I said, look, this is going to be perfect for my van. Having something modular that I can kind of take in and out. Right, what have we got here? Oh, I've opened it upside down. But yeah, this is a Euro box. Oh, I've got some sweets. Oh, is this the... It's got me in it. Right. How can I make it lighter in there? But use the light, maybe. So this, believe it or not, is a toilet. It's a composting kind of separator toilet like I've got on the boat. But look how small it is. It's going to be perfect when I build the cabinets over here, which I'm going to start designing in a sec. But look how small that is, and without getting into too much detail, whilst I've been working remotely, I've been caught out a few times toilet wise. So this is going to be living in the van now. And what's this all come? It comes with so much. So it's come with 3 rolls of compostable bags. They look like food bags, but trust me, they're not for food. Some clip sets which interconnect the boxes. Some cleaning beads, I'm guessing for the wee tank. More clips. A plug. It's always good to have a plug. This is so cute. This is the separator lid. This is the kind of very important part of a separator loo. Liquids in the front, solids out back. Solids landing here, which already comes with some. Oh, it's hemp. So yeah, this kind of helps break stuff down and keeps the smell down and stuff. Some more accessories for that. Got a wee tank here. Sometimes when you see a product online, like, oh, that's a good idea, and then when it arrives, I'm genuinely impressed by this. That quality feels solid. Actually feels better made than my Simplu on the boat. Oh, can't wait to use it. But yeah, you get the idea. That's wicked. So just a little bit about Boxio. They're a German company, hence the quality. And these Euro boxes are all made out of recycled plastic. I'll leave a link to all the products in the video description if you want to go and check them out for yourself. They've also sent me a brand new Boxio Cook, which has only just been released in the UK, and the Boxio Wash, which I'll get to in a different video. I just want to try and crack on and work out where everything's going to go now. And start building this unit, but I've actually realised I've not got as many sheets of the plywood that I bought left. I used a few more than I anticipated, so I need to pick some more of those up, but yeah, I can start planning now. And yeah, right, I've been thinking, dangerous I know, just been having a mess about with the sheets that I have got, and they're not going to be tall enough anyway, these offcuts I can get hold of cheap with this buffalo board. Phenolic ply, mesh ply, whatever you want to call it. And full sheets are about 120 quid, I think. Now I'm a bit worried because this is basically a prototype and kind of figuring it out as I go. I'm worried about chopping up a couple sheets of 120 quid plywood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Wix, pick up some 18mm OSB, like the rest of the van, because 18mm is quite sturdy anyway. I'm pretty sure it's going to be decent enough to make what I need out of it. It's basically 2 tall uprights, up floor to ceiling, and then basically some shelves, which I might actually use these bits of ply that I've got, because nice grippy surface, it will stop everything sliding around. Yeah, I think this kind of width, that leaves then my 2 load points for when I'm using it as a works van or whatever, and clears the bed when the bed drops down, gives a little bit of clearance there, but obviously it'll be going up floor to ceiling. That's the OSB collected. It's getting to like nearly 30 degrees now, so it's a bit hot to do any work. I will do some work, but I'm thinking cooling down, if you catch my drift. Beer of the week, thanks to my mate Kel. Dropped this off on his way back from work, it's just been in the fridge. It says it's by the Caledonian Brewery, which I read had closed down. So I looked at the label, and it's actually beer brewed by Belhaven Brewery in Dunbar, East Lothian, Scotland. And it's a Duca's India Pale Ale. Golden ale, fruity, crispy, hop, refreshing finish. I've not really seen, well, I haven't seen this before. But yeah, shout out Kel. Shout out his 2 lads that watch the show, watch my channel as well. So yeah, thank you and cheers to Noah and Jonah and Kel and Charlie. Anyway, oh no. That's the first. Oh, God. So he messaged me. He's like, "Have you tried this before? Because it tastes like tobacco." And he doesn't mean in a good way. I don't think tobacco tastes good anyway. Well, oh Christ, that sounds a bit off, but it really does. Like the I think it's the hops. Quite prominent, like smoky. Oh, hang on. I basically inhaled that because it was just the head, but. Yeah, strange. It's almost like there's a German one which actually is a smoked beer, because the malts are smoked. That's how they used to rather than roasting the malts, they would smoke them over open fire back in the day, like hundreds of years ago, and that tastes a bit like that. Anyway, cheers, Cal. That's an experience. Anyway, plan, now that we're refreshed, cut this down the middle. That gives me 2 pieces at 8 foot. Actually, no, I'm going to cut the end off to make it 6 foot to fit in height wise. Then rip it down the middle, so I've got 2 pieces for the ends, and then scribe the backs out so it sits flush against a slightly curved wall. And then, yeah, start building that. Also, mattress for the bed has arrived, so I might go and get that and let it lie, because it's supposed to lie out for a couple of days. Let's go and get the mattress first, because that's an easy job. This camera started playing up. I don't know if it's the heat or not, but it's saying slow card read speed or something, so I might be filming on the iPhone for the rest of the day. But the bed, what mattress is in. Wasn't bloody recording. Cut it though. Morning, just back after a weekend. Before I put the camera down there, after I put the camera down I should say, I've kind of done the cupboard, the 2 walls, they're all scribed in, quite happy with those. So today, it's going to be fitting the shelves and figuring out where everything's going to go. But essentially, diesel heater and electrical bits in the bottom, then another shelf for the Boxio stuff, then a worktop area that I can either prep food or do whatever, and also bring the Boxio either sink up or the cooker to actually cook on, so like a clear work surface, and then some more storage up above hopefully. Obviously got some more to do, but I've just run out of time. Got a big day moving the boat tomorrow with my dad, which I'm looking forward to, but yeah, just run out of time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons. Huge thank you to Boxio. Can't wait to continue with this unit next week. And oh yeah, the bed, very much in need. I'll see you next week. OSB collected. It's getting a bit hot now. I think we're like 30, nearly 30 degrees. So the light, I can't tell you how difficult it is to try and make this video look any good with light in at the minute. Anyway, sorry, I digress. It's wasp season, and one has taken a liking to the camera. So hopefully the settings are right, because I'm not touching it. Oh, off. Why? Why the tripod? It's literally aluminium.